I'm saying that you can use rubber band to raise money by calling it blessed rubber band. People are more accustomed to the ministry of tears than wheat. It doesn't work, but they like it. They can see Christ inside it, but they embrace it, and Jesus is pained. The things they show have no representation of the imports of the cross. They are only merchandises that even a non-saved person can brandish, but people want to tabernacle in that area.
This is Burning Coals with Apostle Tolu Agboola.
I found out that in ministry, the average church member likes to give to wicked men. And it's not to say that God is not meeting my needs. I'm just saying that if you say, we want to buy drum, and the drum is, we don't want to buy drum, and the drum is 20K, everybody contribute, it will be harder. We can buy 10 drums by me going to buy 5 boxes of Goya. You know Goya comes in different sizes now. So the giant bottles, I will say, if you will give 10,000 naira or 100,000, is what we need is 20K. We will bless this oil and we give you. Plenty people come to church like wicked men like that. That if you say the Lord bless you, they say, is that all? You need to sell a stone and say, this is a blessed stone. So that they will have something in their house to say, oh, I'm blessed. They can't, if it comes free, they think it's not valuable. So it's 20K we are going to. The guy will have raised 20 million and buy a 20K drum still. But if somebody says you can give, sometimes they give, and then the new level now runs out of oil. So they now say, okay, below 5,000, there's no oil for you. No prayer. But why does it along? And then people come and now drop their money. Because everybody must drop something. But if somebody comes this area of heart to say we need something, people feel, no. What are we going to hold when we are going? I'm saying that you can use rubber band to raise money by calling it blessed rubber band. People are more accustomed to the ministry of tears than wheat. It doesn't work, but they like it. They can see Christ inside it, but they embrace it, and Jesus is pained. The things they show have no representation of the imports of the cross. They are only merchandises that even a non-saved person can brandish, but people want to tabernacle in that area. Church is supposed to reform by knowledge. There is no reformation, but people love to be excited. They are more accustomed to TARES ministry. And sometimes those that fear God, when they sit by themselves, they compare notes and their hearts bleed. But God told me to say to everyone who is almost getting distracted away from the accurate labors that Jesus has called you to do, by trying to now open a tears eliminating ministry, hear the word of the Lord. Let them grow together. There will be a harvest. As the hearts of many begin to wax cold, the Lord advertises an expectation that those who are in darkness still understand that the church was appointed as light. Because at our doorsteps, like on the way, at the beautiful gate, there are still men who bring the lame, they bring the mute, they bring the blind, some of them physical, some of them spiritual. They've tried every other solution and they told them that in him was life. And so they have come to a life company. And in case you are not in ministry, see, because you pray long at home, if you pray long or pray longer, they will soon bring somebody and put him at your door. May you have such as the disciples had. Nothing breaks people's hearts like they journeyed in expectation and their hearts were shattered. Met a man who had an appearance of godliness but denied the power therein. How can I fly in for a conference And then a man shows up on the stage and utters words that darken knowledge. The word of God to the faithful in the Nigerian church is that a time for endurance has come. So you want to bow down your heads and plead with him that he multiplies your capacity to endure. As endurance, what some of you will get from God is the capacity to stay your course. Many distractions, but my eyes will only be on you. We've heard that our adversary is more afraid of mammon than what prayer occasions. We've heard. It will take a few people out of prayer and send them after mammon. Let them have more money so that Satan can be afraid of them. Well, we will pray until we are formed. We will pray until we are changed. Because when Jesus was advertising the realities of men, he said men ought always to pray and not to faint. We can have it all. We will still be called fainting men until we stay in the place of prayer. We will not be distracted. We will endure. We will endure. Is somebody crying for grace? Jesus understood this economy of knowledge darkening rather, so that he said to them that if the days were not shortened, even the very elect will be deceived. Oh, give me grace to endure, to stay in the place that you have put me, to live by the convictions that you have embedded in my heart, to trust in your faithfulness, to not be weary in well-doing, knowing that if I do not faint, I will reap the rewards. That there is he that cometh, whose reward is with me, with him, to give unto every man according to what he has done. We will not be weary, we will not be distracted. We commit our hearts unto him that is able to keep from falling. I pometo sapatatoa ranto papele fasate ila preste papo.
This is Burning Coals with Apostle Tolu Agboola.